From our anchorage just inside Bahia Concepcion, we picked up anchor and motored the 5 miles across the bay to check out the old town of Mulege. Alright, so we sailed and motored across the bay here. Just dropped anchor in front of, just off the river, and Mulege is a couple miles up the river.
It's about 24 feet. We couldn't see the bottom, so I dove in real quick just to check it to make sure it's set. So now we're going to try and get to town before the wind comes up.
Yep. Maroon is back there. Just rode to shore at the mouth of the river here, Mulege, and see if we can find a ride in town.
So the town of Mulege is actually up this river about a mile and a half?
Mile and a half,
2 miles.
2 miles, yeah.
And it's too shallow for us to get up in, so we're going to see if we can find that ride.
Yeah. The anchorage off the river mouth here is not ideal, being completely open to the north, east, and south wind and seas. But we had heard that the town of Mulege was not to be missed. So with calm weather forecasted, we planned to visit this little oasis just for the day. We walked the 1.5 miles into town. No ride to be found.
No, we'll see if we can get a ride back, but town's back this way.
Yeah, then we go check it out.
Yep, so we're gonna head on in and we'll see. We're looking for air conditioning right now after
Sounds
that
nice
walk.
After the walk.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind.
It's not too hot right now in the morning, but it's still hot. We're up in the center of town here in Mulege. So we might just go check out, there's a nice old mission from early 1700s we're gonna go check out and maybe get a bite to eat, get some fresh veggies, and just wander around town. It's Saturday morning and it's very busy out around. Our walk took us over Highway 1, overlooking the Rio de Santa Rosalia. In here, we were surprised to find a large number of the unique blue cannonball jellyfish, which had managed to travel upstream and into the fresh water.
We're so close.
So close, but so far.
On our way to the mission, we found what looked like the most direct way and the original way, but it's been washed out. I guess there was a big flood here.
Like 10 years ago or so?
Yeah. Historically, this town has flooded a few times, right? Probably a lot of times. I mean, I guess we're right on the mountain range and a big valley. So there was a big, like a new highway bridge behind us that went up, I don't know when, I'm guessing probably 10 years ago from the last big flood or the one before that, which washed out a lot and I think killed a few people, a number of people probably in town. So there's a bunch of different roads that exist and don't exist that have been washed out. So we finally found our way to the mission, yeah?
Yep, we're almost there, just down the way here.
We're hot, we can't wait to get back and find something to eat and cool down.
Some air conditioning, probably just a fan to sit under.
Probably just a fan, if that, yeah, we'll be happy with a fan.
Looking out over the river, which is fed by natural springs in the mountains, this valley was a little desert oasis. We haven't seen so much green and so many trees for a very long time. Up there's a little overlook overlooking the river. A really great view of Mulege, the town, and then the valley looking back upriver.
We're gonna go see if we can look inside the mission here.
Yeah, see if we can get in or not. It's shut up on this side. We'll see if the other side's open. The mission here was founded in 1705 by Jesuit missionaries, which originally occupied a settlement in the valley, which was devastated by a storm and flooding. This stone building was constructed in the 1760s and changed hands from the Jesuits to the Franciscans and then to the Dominicans before being abandoned. Sitting in here really took us back in time. After heading back to a safe anchorage for the night, we set out in some great sailing wind, north towards Punta Chivato, which is just to the north of Bahia Concepcion. With a steady 12 knots of wind just off our starboard bow, Varuna flew along, heeling over on the close-hauled sail. Anchored to the south of the point, we took in the views of all of the fancy vacation homes, which were completely abandoned this time of year. Surprisingly, even with the amount of gringo homes here, there was still great shell collecting to be had on the beach. I found lots of different kinds of scallops, murex, augurs, and more. And just like that, with more great sailing breeze, we decided to keep making our way north. Today, to Isla San Marcos. With the wind behind our beam, our fishing lines and laundry out the back, and the sun shining, it was another great summer sailing day in the Sea of Cortez. As we approached San Marcos, we could see dust billowing out from the mine, which is on the south side of the island. Excited to cool down, as soon as we dropped anchor, we jumped in for some snorkeling and fishing. Ty managed to spear a Mexican hogfish, which was a new fish for us to try. This guy had big scales and gave us a couple of great fillets, as well as some snacks for the always hungry seagulls. Bye-bye, Mr. Hogfish. Thank you for the food.
We decided not to stay at San Marcos tonight.
Yep, we were at Sweet Pea Cove, which sounded like a nice anchorage, but when we got there, it wasn't too much protection at all.
No, I don't know, maybe a bit of protection, but it was pretty open today to the south especially, and just didn't feel right.
We had to be in pretty close to shore to anchor too, so we weren't too far offshore.
Didn't give us much swing room or anything like that. I guess we're probably still a little bit rattled from the other night.
Yeah.
So we took a break and went and grabbed a couple of fish.
Yep, went for a little snorkel and a spearfish. Got a hogfish and a sea chub.
Saw a turtle out there.
You saw a turtle, yeah.
And
that's
some
pretty
other
cool.
sort of fish that I don't know what it is yet. Maybe
I saw a new
bonefish,
fish
yeah.
too, actually. To look it up.
So we decided we're going to head into Santa Rosalia early.
Yeah, it's only about 10 miles across the way, so not too far. We have some good wind.
Good
Sailing.
breeze still, yeah. There's a cargo ship coming in back there to the gypsum
Mine, yeah.
which they make gyprock out of.
Or sheetrock for those of you in the
sheetrock.
US.
Yeah, so that's what they put it all in. But gyprock. Now I understand. I never knew why the name came from
well,
that.
it says they make plaster and all sorts of stuff like that out of
the
it.
sculpture stuff. And there was something else too pretty big they did it with that was different than that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway.
As we approached Santa Rosalia, the Tres Virgenes volcanoes came into view, giving us a dramatic sunset and perfect end to a great sailing day. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with your friends, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, adios.